Cronos went up by more than 60% in the last month. What's so special about the CRO token? Who's behind all of this? And what's triggering this rally? We are going to look at all of this in this video. This is the chart, more than 60% within 1 month. And this is the same chart, CRO, but on the longer time frame starting since 2019. Now let's look at the Cronos token relative to Ethereum. Let's look at relative valuations, because Cronos is its own blockchain, similar to how Coinbase has the Base chain or Binance has the Binance Smart Chain. Crypto.com has the Cronos chain. And so Cronos is another layer 1 competitor, another blockchain that can execute smart contracts that's in direct competition with all of those other blockchains. We've got more than 200 now tracked by DeFi Llama. Let's look at that in a second. So this is Cronos in US dollars. This is Cronos relative to Bitcoin. And this is the CRO token relative to Ethereum. Very interesting how this is moving pretty much in a sideways trading range on different levels. And currently, with this recent rally, we are hitting a potential support. We have seen price reversals here several times, especially in 2021, but also just recently in this year, in May of this year. The website DeFi Llama tracks the decentralized finance activity across different blockchains. And here we've got 226 blockchains, and of course Cronos is among them. And so what we can see in this chart here is how much total value locked is there currently in the Cronos chain. How much capital is currently bound inside that ecosystem. Now there's a bit of a problem here, right? This graph is not going up, but a lot of this might be due to the CRO token going down, because usually what happens is whenever the ecosystem token goes down, that all of the related tokens of the DeFi platforms within that blockchain also go down, usually by an order of magnitude more, because there's an inherent leverage effect. The smaller an altcoin is, the more it goes down, but also goes up wherever the overall price goes of that ecosystem token. And so because Cronos went down, let's look at the total value locked of the chain measured in CRO tokens. And this is not rising either. So it appears as if the DeFi ecosystem in Cronos and the Crypto.com ecosystem is not growing. What's good though is that the supply of CRO is not growing. It's just flat. So there's no constant sell pressure in the background that's reducing the price. The problem right now with CRO is simply adoption. That's probably the main reason why we see this underperformance versus ETH, which is, by the way, 84% since 2019. And so here's the transaction count over time. There are some spikes when there's a bit of hype, but no constant growth either. Here's social activity, number of active Reddit users, also pretty much stagnant. And here's the number of Telegram users, rather shrinking. I don't have a crystal ball either. I don't know where this is going. Cronos obviously is now very low, and you should be buying low and selling high. So this could be an argument to buy, especially when there's no inflation. The problem though is that momentum is really very much against Cronos right now. Let's look at CRO relative to BNB. The Binance Smart Chain probably being the most direct competitor to Cronos, because they are both fast blockchains issued by a centralized exchange. BNB being from Binance, CRO being from Crypto.com. Here we've got the price of CRO divided by BNB. So how did CRO do relative to the Binance Smart Chain token? And this went down by 93% roughly. And one of the reasons is probably, again, circulating supply. CRO doesn't expand in circulating supply as do other altcoins, but BNB is even shrinking. This is the circulating supply development of BNB, and this is going down since 2021. Quite a bit actually. So we've got a truly deflationary cryptocurrency here. Ethereum always tries to be the ultrasound money, right? Not just the sound money that doesn't inflate, but ultrasound, as in the supply goes down. It does go down slightly, but way slower than BNB does. So there's a real competition here across smart contract platforms in shrinking the supply as quickly as possible. possible, but at the same time trying to keep the blockchain usable, as in the transaction fees not spiraling out of control. The main impact on the US dollar price of CRO is probably the general altcoin market, because CRO is already that depressed that in case the altcoins go up, CRO is probably going to outperform because of its inherent leverage. There's simply more risk in CRO, so people would be buying up CRO faster than other coins. The upside potential for CRO is obviously higher than for BNB. There's a very different risk profile. The question is always, is that potential worth it? I personally want to see some kind of momentum. I want to see the total value locked at least stagnating, if not increasing. But if you've got a broader altcoin portfolio with many different assets, then maybe sprinkling in a little bit of CRO might make sense for your risk profile. Let me know what altcoin to look at next. Feel free to like as well. And if it's your first time here, then you can of course subscribe as well. There's a free Telegram, link is down below.